Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Heru. Just touching base with what you, seeing how everything is, saying hello to the world, letting you know what's going on. I got a few things I wanted to kind of ask a few questions, kind of reveal some things out there that I don't think really ask or really front and forward with a lot of elements in our lifetime, our lifestyles, our particular thinking. I've been currently reading a book and rereading a book called The One Thing. Very interesting read by Gary Keller. One thing I really noticed, all these elements I wrote a few other books myself, How to Take Possession of Your Own Mind, and as well as Heru's Focus Points. And what was interesting about this particular book, One Thing, it really broke down a lot of, what do I say, social norms that we tend to do that we think is normal, but it's not necessarily normal. It just becomes a habit per se. But it's not something that actually bringing results. Okay, you may look at me, you may say this, you may say that, you may have your judgments, your prejudgments, whatever the case may be. So be it. It's out there. Let it be. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But at the same time, I like to define a term that we kind of overstated, or we kind of exploited a little too much. We always talking about success, but what kind of success? Success has different levels within success, right? So you might be very successful making a whole bunch of money in whatever field you may be in. You see what I'm saying? My success might be happy within my dome, within who I am, who I'm becoming. You feel what I'm saying? That may be my success, and that is part of my success. So when I'm trying to break down to people, we tend to have these these stereotypes, these elements of what success is. If I'm not making, if I'm not pulling in 30 hits per second, whatever you want to go with it, far as my website is not doing as well as I want it to be doing, and this and that, and I'm not marketing myself as I need to be marketing myself. See, this is the key too. When you be in yourself, I'm transparent. I ain't got time to be trying to show you and tell you who I am. You feel what I'm saying? At the same time, yes, I got a few jewels that I have experienced, and I want to share it with the world. That's the meaning to me. That's success to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm right in front of you. I can speak to you. I can utilize the venue of or the medium, or the media of this so-called camera phone, and put it into a visual so you can see it via email, via YouTube, whatever the case may be, Facebook, whatever, Twitter, whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I'm keeping it real with you. I'm currently here in Alaska, not really enjoying it, but in this last month actually been some of the best days of my life, literally. I have been way up in elevation, about 1,400 feet, maybe 11 to 1,400 feet. I don't know how high it is particularly. I get that stat for you later on. But my point is this. We tend to put people in a box, regardless of what success, what kind of elements that was going on. Okay, I'm in a 10-year streak right now, a 10-year non-successful, if you want to go there, a non-successful streak, far as making all this money, doing all these things where, I can be marketing myself and putting these elements together. We got to understand too. We got to start breaking down. Look, there has been systems set up. I'm not saying all systems are successful. I'm not saying all systems are screwed up or messed up, or you got to deal with this or deal with it. But this is the key thing. It is what it is, regardless how you look at it. It is what it is. Maybe it's not my time. Maybe in this particular lifestyle I have per se, you know what I'm saying, or particular, as I wrote it in my DNA, maybe I just don't want to be on that level when you're talking wealth. You know what I'm saying? Brother, sisters, family, I got my health. My health is more important than anything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not walking around sick. I'm not walking around with my legs half broke off, fingers. I got all my fingers. I got all my dome. You feel what I'm saying? I got a conscious thinking. I got a mindset where I can make decisions, conscious decisions. Yeah, I might not be bringing in no big bread. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's what, when I'm making all this big status and looking like this and talking like this and articulating myself and letting people understand where I'm coming from, then maybe, oh, he's a big success. But when you look at everybody, look at success. Let's look at success. Jay-Z is a great example. P. Diddy's a great example. Look, even though they're great businessmen, I'm not knocking that. People always talk about, oh, you hate hip-hop and you a hater and this. I'm not a hater. I don't enjoy their music. Their music suck. But at the same time, they're great businessmen. You know what I'm saying? They're great businessmen, just like every other one-hit wonder in the music industry. And I mean, it goes beyond hip-hop. It's every genre in the game now. You know what I'm saying? But my point is this. What is success? That's what I'm challenging you out here, America, and all around the other continents around the world. I'm challenging you right now. What is your definition of success? You know what I'm saying? What is your definition of success? I can breathe. I'm a great looking brother. You know what I'm saying? Great looking brother. And I know I can... see, it's all about competition. That's the problem with this society, this culture. It's all about competition. But at the same time, what is competition? Break down competition to me. I'm not trying to challenge you for this female or challenge you for this car or this and this and that. It's all, these statuses are keeping us lost. These statuses are keeping us going. For example, a great example. We was talking about this morning. But it was interesting, this particular show, The Survival, right? The Survivalist or The Survival. And it's interesting the dynamics of the show itself, or any kind of reality show. Think about it. Psychology. They're working a lot of psychology, emotional triggers, elements that keep you involved, that keep you into their story. But at the same time, they're slapping you. The most conniving element in the whole system, the liar, the biggest one, he always seemed like they always end up winning the game. Now think about that. The same system is incorporated in our everyday lives. We're looking on Facebook, everybody's showing out look at me, look what I look like. This is me today. Look, I can wear this beautiful dress. I can wear this beautiful tie. Look, I got my shirt off. Look how buff I am. Look at that. That's all status. That's all ego. That's all personalities that really does not have anything to do with you. How you think, how you move in the consciousness or the subconsciousness. Think about that. We sit here, like I said, we don't even really pay no attention to humanity, because that's what we left. That's what we're leaving. We're leaving humanity. I'm going to break it down to you like that. We don't even think about the reality check, because the reality, like I said before on my audio version, the audio is the subconscious. I mean, the reality is the subconscious. You feel what I'm saying? That's the subconscious and the conscious as well. But this reality, all this reality outside of it, when I'm looking at, you're looking at an illusion. That's what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? You can criticize, you can put everything down, you can say this, say that, whatever you want to say. But at the same time, the day is the day how you live it. You feel what I'm saying? How you live it. Not how they live it, it's how you live it. What is your moment? Every moment is a moment. It's now. You know what I'm saying? It's not the future. It's not the past, even though those do help you. You know what I'm saying? They do help you if you learn from them particular elements. That's the difference. If you learn from it, that's why it's important to learn history. Regardless of where you're at, what planet you on. You better learn the history. You better know where you come from. Period. What you come from and where you're going to go. They say, look, plan your work, work your plan. This is a great saying too. But then at the same time, look at how life works. Look how nature works. You know what I'm saying? Nature does what it do. It has its plan. It has a esoteric plan. You feel what I'm saying? We haven't really been able to grasp these plans because we're not planting You feel what I'm saying? We're not planting anything. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, if you planting something, regardless, you better find that good soil, that organic soil. You feel what I'm saying? That organic soil. Not the concrete. Yes, sometimes sometimes you might be surprised. You might throw it on some wood and get you some action. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, you planting, you sowing. You sow, you reap, as they would say. You sow, you reap. That's just a natural concept. Reciprocity. That's what it's saying. The more you give, the more you receive. Or the more you give, the more you give, the more you give. You feel what I'm saying? It does come a time consciously where you're like, okay, well, I'm giving and I'm giving, but at the same time, you got to respond on opportunities that's given or showing it or revealing itself. Because you have a lot of folks out here in this particular society that's literally takers. And it's interesting because when you go, it's very interesting. Look at these graduations. I've been blessed to see graduation. This 20 years I graduated, right? Okay, so I'm looking at this 20 years later. I'm at the same school, graduation, right? 20 years later, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm thinking to myself, wow, we're creating robots. We're creating zombies. That's what we're creating. Don't take me wrong, you have a few people that's actually going to overcome that element or that thinking, but at the same time we're looking at these certain elements, and I'm not knocking everybody's graduation or whatever the case may be, but my point is, like, look deeper, go deeper, stop always settling for the surface stuff, go deeper, because it's more deeper than that. We have the ability to question God. We have the ability to question all your religious statuses. Think about that. Religion in itself is a dogma system. It's civilization, people. That's what we gotta look. Go check out a brother, all props to Ramey for giving me this resource. Go check out Derek Jensen. Go look, please. Go. I challenge you to go check out his books. Go see what they talking about. Go see what he talking about. And that's just one source. That's one resource, right? But that's one resource. But when you look in the back of the book, he got other resources, and that's the point. It's many resources. It's many ways to get to one place. That's the problem with success. We're not having this understanding or coming to a complete understanding because we're not discussing these elements. We're not literally sitting down, chopping it up like we need to chop it up. Not knocking each other's ideas and concepts and theories. No, we're like, how can we put this in a so-called logic way where we can approach it and still benefit from the benefits of what you said, what he said, what she said, or whoever said it. You feel what I'm saying? But on that note, like I said, I would challenge you. Define success. Tell me what you feel that success really is. I don't care if you're the richest man in the world. Hit me up. Define me with success. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're looking at a lot of these cats out here who's so-called successful, rich, billionaires, look at their personalities, look at their character. Most of the time, you don't even want to deal with them people. You don't want to deal with them people because they're conniving. They're the same way as these reality shows you seeing on TV. Everybody trying to get up on somebody. And at the same time, we all on the same level. We all in the same mindset. We should be. But that's not the case. But it's all love to you. The world. No doubt. Hotep, peace, loving, and happiness.